that raise.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Get a membership to Moonbrook.
Welcome to the December 8th Public Facilities Committee meeting. We're going to call this meeting to order and ask for the approval of the minutes, the budget review as of October 1, and the last Public Facilities Committee meeting, November 10th. Thank you.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Minutes are approved. We are going to open the privilege of the floor at this time for anybody who is looking to address the Public Facilities Committee meeting. Now is your time. Hearing, seeing no one for the privilege of the floor, we'll close the privilege of the floor and move right into our stated agenda. Number one on the agenda, we are confirming the appointment and reappointments for the Airport Commission. Is anybody here to speak to that? I see some very important names on it.
I am on that, yes.
Hello, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon, John McNamara, Airport Manager.
All right, gentlemen, what are we looking at here in front of us?
Yeah, so we have either reappointments, new appointment to the Airport Commission. We're excited to have Dalton Anthony join the Airport Commission. Really looking forward to working with you, Dalton. And then reappointments would be Jamie Gustafson, John, Nathan Stock, and John Shedd is listed. He just recently informed us that he is no longer able to serve on the commission due to other commitments. So we'll be working to fill that position as well.
All right, so purposes of the resolution, we are not addressing John Shedd, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Reappointments and appointments. Okay. How long are those terms?
2 years.
How many are on that commission? This is
So,
not the complete list, I'm assuming.
no, it's not. So 7.
Okay.
Usually 7 or 9.
Seven.
Mr. Chairman, do we need a motion to remove John Shedd's name from that list?
We probably should. We probably should. Are you making that motion?
I'll make that motion to remove
Good,
his.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Is there a second to remove John Shedd from this resolution?
So that's a motion to amend it without John Shedd's name on it.
Yes, correct.
I'll second that.
Thank you. All in favor of amending this to remove that name, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you very much. Any other questions, comments about the resolution? Not seeing any. Is, no other further questions, comments? All in favor of the proposed amended resolution, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And carried. All right, great. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Appreciate that. Item number 2 on our agenda is to confirm reappointments for the Portland Pomfret Sewer District Board.
Good morning, afternoon.
Yes,
Allison Vento, Administrative Director for North Chautauqua Water and Sewer Districts.
Allison, thanks for being here.
Sure.
What do we have here in front of us?
This is a resolution to reappoint Sally Kuzan and Don Swingle to the PPD Board.
All right, very good, we appreciate that. 6-year staggered terms. Don't want to ask questions where the answers are right in front of me. Any questions, comments for Allison regarding the sewer district board? It's very straightforward, sorry, we're not quizzing you this afternoon. Hearing,
Not
seeing
yet.
no questions, comments, all in favor of the proposed resolution, please signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed and carried. Great, thank you very much. Next item on the agenda, authorize agreement with the town of Sheridan for maintenance of the North Chautauqua County Water District's water tank property on Miller Road in the town of Sheridan, New York.
This resolution is very similar to the one that the legislature passed a couple months ago with the Brockton Portland water system to do the snowing, or the plowing and mowing around the water tank facility and pump station. It was originally in the past contracted out, but since both of these municipalities, Town of Sheridan and Town of Portland, have the facilities and equipment to do so, the board would like them to take care of the maintenance.
Okay, all right, very good, very good. Questions, comments for Allison on this?
Are we changing the date?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. There is a typo in the fourth whereas. The North County Water Board will be approving the Town of Sheridan to provide these services, but the meeting is the 11th, not the 10th. Thank you, Bob.
Yep, typo.
All right, very good. December 11th, thank you for that. Any other questions, comments? All right, all in favor of the proposed resolution, please signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? And carried. Great. Thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for that. And that takes us to our next item number 4, confirm transfer of hangar A at the Chautauqua County Airport, Jamestown, from the IDA to the county.
Mark Geis, CEO of the IDA.
John McNamara, Airport Manager.
Welcome, thanks for joining us. All right, walk us through what we have here, gentlemen, if you would.
So in 1995, the IDA constructed Hangar A over at the Jamestown Airport, and it used the funding from the bond that the county purchased from the IDA. And the payments for the bond were made from the revenue received from the lease of the hangar. And that happened for many years. But then in 2020, the county itself negotiated those leases for the hangar and received the rental income. In 2023, the ground lease was terminated between the county and the IDA, and the county received the lease payments, which did not go towards paying down the bond. Okay? So at that point, when that lease ended in 2023, the hangar automatically transferred to the county, but the bond is still hanging out there. Language in the bond basically says that the IDA, the lease payments will only be made to the county basically the bond payments from towards paying down the bond will only be made from the payments received from the lease payments, but the lease payments are going directly to the county now, and not through the IDA. In fact, it reads, "The bond is a special obligation of the agency payable solely from the revenues derived from the project, including but not limited to sublease and loan agreements with the project occupant, and shall be secured by a mortgage on such hangar and a security and an interest in any revenues derived from the project." And that the liability of the agency shall be enforced only out of the agency's interest in the project, and there shall be no other recourse against the agency, its officers, members, etc. Only from, in other words, only the rent payments that are received from the hangar shall be used towards paying down the bond. So what this basically does is it officially transfers that hangar to the county, and it forgives the $81,000 that's still remaining on that bond. Does that make sense?
Well, questions, comments, let's see. Questions, comments? Tom?
No,
You sound like you're
well, until you got to that last sentence, I was, I
Yeah.
was trying to make sense of it, but I don't have a problem with it at all.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot,
Yeah.
thought
No, I was,
Sorry there.
I was trying to work this through my head.
Has this been done previously in other similar situations at all, do you know?
I'm not aware of, and maybe Kitty is or somebody else, but I'm not aware of a project where, the county bought an IDA bond. The IDA built a facility on county property, and then those lease payments went towards paying down the bond. I mean, I'm not aware of any like that. And it was, it happened a long time ago, 1995. So here we are.
Yep, exactly.
And by the way, I wanted to mention one other thing, is that there was a fair amount of investment made in that hangar when Luscombe was there. And, they put offices in, they put a bathroom in there, they put heat, I think they put a big overhead door in. So there's actually been improvements made. I would guess, and maybe you know, John, better than I do, that the value of that hangar is probably at least $500,000 at this point,
Yeah,
with-
at least, yes.
Questions, comments? All right. Excuse me, losing my voice. I'm not seeing or hearing any questions, comments from the committee. Anything else, gentlemen, on that at all? Good, thank you for walking us through that. All in favor of the proposed resolution, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And carried. Great, okay, Mark. appreciate
Thank you
that.
so much.
Looking ahead, looks like John is gonna do the rest of the heavy lifting for us here on the next couple. Appreciate that. Item number 5, authorizing federal and state aid applications for the Stockton County Dunkirk Airport 5-year capital improvement.
Yep. So you have in front of you the Dunkirk 5-year capital plan. Every year we come and we give you an update of our planned projects for the next 5 years that are either federally funded or state funded or a combination thereof. As you know, this for FY 2026, the local share is only 2.5%. And then 2027, the local share will revert back to 5%. And as you may be aware of, the funding for the majority of these projects comes through user fees, ticket sales, gasoline, jet fuel surcharges, things like that. So it's essentially, my words, I guess, almost a kind of a self-funded capital improvement program by the users of the airport. I'd be happy to go through any of the, if you'd like, I can speak to each one on the list, or I can hit each one, or if you have questions, maybe it's a little bit more efficient if you have any questions. I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Yeah, the committee can certainly look through, see if there's any questions. Any of these sticking out to you from a bigger standpoint?
That's a good,
Certainly, let us, if you want to introduce or follow up or something, certainly welcome to do that.
so, expense-wise, you're gonna run in, we're gonna start in 26, we're gonna start the design of the 1533 rehabilitation in Dunkirk. And also we have in 2026 rehabilitation of taxiway Bravo North. So, and, that's the design phase. In 27, we'll be into the construction of those runway and taxiway. So those would be your biggest ticket items in Dunkirk. We also have listed the T-hangar construction, design and construction, and also the T-hangar taxiway. Though that would be a state grant that we've applied for. We have not yet received. We didn't receive it the last round, but we included it in there because we anticipate applying for that again and are hopeful to get that.
What equipment is being purchased with SRE? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, so that's a snow removal equipment, and Dunkirk. So that would be to replace our dump plow truck. So the FAA,
I see that's out there yet, or further out.
yes, so we don't have the exact equipment, pinned down yet for that. You'll notice in the Jamestown plan, we're planning to replace the SRE equipment in '26. So the plow in Dunkirk, I believe, is 2017, 2018 model year.
Yeah.
And the FAA, I believe, allows every 10 years replacement of that.
Okay. Very good. Committee, you have a list in front of you, questions, comments on anything regarding the Dunkirk capital improvement plan?
Yeah, I'm going to make a comment. I'm going to, first of all, say we had a meeting, I believe, a month ago, which I attended, found it very informative, showed some different ways that, not different ways, but other, different ways that the projects get funded rather than just straight taxpayers' money. I found it very informative. Glad I attended. It was a job well done. So to not stand in the way of progress, I'm going to be voting in favor of both of these resolutions tonight with the understood condition that as each individual project comes up, I can't guarantee what my vote will be at that time, but today I'll be voting in favor of both of these resolutions. Thank you.
All right, very good. Thanks for that, Bob. Any other questions, comments regarding the proposed resolution? I am seeing, hearing none. All in favor of the proposed resolution, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And carried. All right, thank you very much. And I have a similar thing for Jamestown next year.
Yep, so similar for Jamestown. You'll notice the terminal building renovations and construction, that's exciting. We're almost through with our design of that. Really definitely is gratifying to see, things come together on that as far as the design and putting pictures and renderings and things of that, what it can be. So we're excited for that. Runway 1331 construction, that will be a pretty big lift in Jamestown, but definitely needed. They talked about the SRE equipment for Jamestown. That's a broom, like a broom plow combination, which we're excited for that. And then it lightens out for Jamestown, in 28, 29, and 30. If you have any questions for,
Appreciate that. Any questions for John on the list that we're seeing here?
For terminal building, are we doing like a makeover to the entire inside?
so, yep, so for the terminal building, it's all new flooring. Flooring, mostly cosmetic, non-structural, really not any structural there, other than there is some limited demo plan, but it's nothing structural. So flooring, paint, wall coverings, ceiling tiles, windows, exterior windows that are in need of replacing. So give it kind of a facelift, definitely needed facelift. Yep.
With that, have we heard anything else on how service is looking with the application wise, and will that affect any projects we need going forward with Jamestown in the coming years?
So our essential air service, great question. Our essential air service application is still pending with the DOT. We haven't received a decision on that yet. It's been, I think the last update for the terminal was, I want to say 91, early 90s. And so you know, certainly we all are excited for the chance of essential air service and hopeful for that. Regardless of that, you know, we have users of the terminal. Cummings, for example, uses the terminal to board their aircraft, and we have other things going. And so, you know, it's a matter of keeping up with things too, you know. And we have the funding available. Like I had mentioned, in '26, our local share is only 2.5% versus 5%. So we have the funding available. You know, it's definitely in need of updates. So in my mind, you know, those are necessary, you know, important investments that we need to make as a county. And so hopefully, airline passengers will benefit and use that, you know, here if the essential air service is approved by the DOT. But if for some reason that's not approved, it still will be money well spent and certainly used.
No, for sure.
Yep.
I guess, is there anything with essential air service that we're foreseeing that we're not planning for at this point, project-wise, I guess? If that makes sense.
Capital project-wise, not that I'm aware of, no. So as you'll see, we have, you know, the next resolution with the restaurant, you know, so that would definitely benefit, you know, passengers. And then, you know, the upgrades to the terminal certainly would benefit passengers. You know, there's, you know, other budget considerations and staffing and work hours and all those types of things, security, all those things that need to go into getting essential air service up and running. But as far as the capital projects, I don't see an impact, no.
I got a question on the runway rehabilitation. Is it construction, new construction, or is it rehabbing what's there? Are we adding anything to the runway?
So we are not adding anything to the runway. It's construction as far as, you know, milling, removal,
Yeah.
repaving, and I can get into more specific.
I just was curious if you were making it longer or
Yeah.
changing anything
No,
significant.
it's currently 4,500 feet. It was last overhauled in 2001. So every 20 years, we're eligible.
That's the cross runway.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Not
correct.
the main one.
Not the main, right, yep. So we're eligible every 20 years. So calling for milling, leveling course 3 inches, new markings, drainage, lighting, signage upgrades on that.
All right, very good, appreciate that. Any other questions, comments on the proposed resolution? I am not seeing any or hearing any. All those in favor of the proposed resolution, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And carried. Great. And then, number 7 on the agenda, authorize public hearing for lease of the restaurant facilities at the Southbound Airport, Jamestown to Archie's Airport Diner, LLC.
Yep, so excited to present to you a proposed resolution for Archie's Airport Diner LLC. And looking to commence March 1st, operations March 1st of 2026 for lease of the restaurant for $900 monthly.
Great. Good to see. Questions, comments from the committee?
I do have one question.
Yes, sir.
Just a couple of things. This is just, I know we all know this, but this is just to authorize the hearing for the lease. We're not approving the lease. Not that you said that, I'm not saying. No, I lost my train of thought. What was I gonna ask you? It was a really good question, too.
I'm sure it was, Bob.
Wow.
All right, well, he's thinking, so.
Hey, give me about a half an hour on this one.
If you're good, I'll jump in with one that I had.
Oh, I got it,
Oh,
yeah.
go ahead.
You want me to? You sure?
I wrote mine down, so.
Okay. as far as you know, there's gonna be no further investment needed by the county to get this up and running?
So, no further investment needed to get it up and running. We do have,
I mean, the equipment's in place?
yes,
Yeah.
yep, we,
Okay.
yep.
I mean, I realize there might be a tile or who knows what might have to be but no major
Yeah,
expenditure?
no, I mean, most of the equipment is almost brand new,
Yes,
as you know. Yeah, so.
okay, good.
So my thunder, so, quickly thinking here, that's, yeah, because when we took a tour, I mean, you mentioned that, when we were there, but, we wanted to, ask the same, so appreciate that. Did this came to us through the, I can't remember, the bidding process, was it?
The county, request for proposal process,
Okay,
yep.
all right. Were there others at all, would you know? I'm just curious.
This was the only one,
Okay,
yep.
all right, very good. So, okay. Any other questions, comments?
So their lease would start March 1st. Are they, any idea when they would open?
Yep, so, you know, in working with the potential operator here, you know, we talked about timing, and we thought the March 1st would time well for end of January ledge meeting, and then give them time to, you know, a month or so to get everything, you know, prepared, ready to go, because understandably, it probably don't want to put too much investment until it's approved. And then also, you know, get us through some of the winter months, you know, kind of weather should be starting to improve and that. So I'd say sometime in March, mid-March.
Good. I want to take Dalton out for lunch.
Yeah.
It's been
Yeah,
on my bucket list.
It's close to my office.
There you go.
and it's real close to my office too, so let me know.
There you go, yeah.
I would like to go. Very good, very good. Anything else? Any other
We're
questions?
gonna need a
comments?
four-top.
Looking forward to it, glad to see some movement here, so that's great, good work on that. And again, I was going to echo Bob's point, this is just to authorize the public hearing for.
Yeah, I didn't mean to be a know-it-all there.
Do you know where they're out of? This company?
Dunkirk, Fredonia area. Yep.
All right, very good. Any questions, anything else? All right.
I just want to clarify one thing for Bob. So if you look at the Jamestown 5-year plan, we have the Hangar L and terminal restaurant renovations improvements. So your question, to get up and running, there's nothing major that we have to do to get the operator up and running. We do have that opportunity available in FY '26 for terminal restaurant renovation improvements. So those are areas that are not part of our terminal building construction. Our terminal
Okay.
building construction that we're hopeful to start in the spring is federally funded. The Hangar L and terminal restaurant renovation improvements, that's a different funding source. Bill funding essentially.
I was thinking mainly equipment. We don't
Yes.
have this to open up
No,
that type of,
yep.
okay. Thank you, though.
I
for that.
just wanted to make sure you understood.
No,
that.
because I had to come back to that.
Yeah.
Thank you for that clarification. Anything else from the committee? All right, all those in favor of the proposed resolution, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And carried.
Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
No.
Appreciate that. And then we have one late proposed resolution on our agenda confirming reappointments for the Parks Commission. To my understanding, this was an issue of timing.
Yes.
And as Linda is walking back down, just to.
I can take credit for this being
I know
late.
Bob is the biggest one against anything late, I don't see his name on it, so, but.
I'll let Mr. Scudder explain.
Okay, that would be great.
I got this list and we didn't have our meeting until last Thursday. So Olivia was very gracious to allow me to go to the meeting. We're able to ask the people in person if they were interested, and that's why it's late.
Perfect.
And I do apologize, and if there's anything I can do to make that up to anybody on the board.
No, thank you to all those involved, because we do want to get this.
We'll
in
be doing
under the year,
lunch at
so-
Popeyes next week, so.
So, Tim, do you have anything? to add?
No, just the reappointments of the, you know, the Parks Commission. Jacob Bodway, Steven Sandberg, Martha Anderson, Robert Franson, and Twan Lunders.
And these are all five of these are reappointments?
Yes.
Okay. We said that, so, all right, very good. Questions, comments, other than what we've heard for Tim on the resolution? Pretty straightforward. All those in favor of the proposed resolution, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed and carried.
Thank you.
Great, thank you, Tim. Does anybody on the committee have anything else for the good of the order? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you, Bob, and thank you, Tom. All in favor? We are adjourned.
Arg.
All right. I was getting a name for this guy.
Love that chicken at Popeyes. We're gonna get a Dalton to go box.
Man of the